So I was just thinking about something. Do you know how sometimes in life we tend to look at other people and we watch the resources that they get, the help that they get, the support that they get, and we think to ourselves like, man, like I wish I had that support. I wish I had those type of resources. I wish I had those type of opportunities because if I did, I would be much further ahead, or I would have maneuvered through life differently. Like if I had it just like them. And as I was thinking about the thought, it made me automatically think of Mario Kart. For those of you who played the video game Mario Kart, you guys would understand what I'm talking about right now. In Mario Kart, you get like when you're racing, you get the opportunities to run into these yellow boxes that are random, and you don't know what's going to be inside the box. It's like a mystery box, and it basically gives you the opportunity of getting two to three in one moment. You can hold about two to three boxes of item boxes, and these item boxes will help you win the game. Basically, it will help you. It could be like a shell where you could shoot forward or backward, and it basically hitting your opponent so that you can slow them down. You could get power boosts where you can basically speed ahead further. Again, all perks to win the race. And I just imagine that as the metaphor for when we look at other people in life and say, dang, like I wish I had their item boxes. I wish I had that, because if I had that, I could win. I could win at something. And I don't know, I was just thinking about it and I was just saying to myself, like, wow, like we shouldn't really watch what other people are getting, because those item boxes, those opportunities, those, their type of support that is meant for them, and most of the time, like I can imagine if you're playing a video game and you're racing somebody, you're not physically looking at them. I mean, you might peep here and there, but your time should be spent focusing on your screen and basically aka your life. It should be meant to be focusing on your life and utilizing the item boxes given to you so that you can get ahead. And if somebody else had your same item boxes, they probably would play differently too. They would play the game of life differently. They would find so many ways to make it work for them. This is kind of like another thing where they say work with the cards that you're dealt. Work with the cards that you were dealt. And so I don't know. I was just thinking here, and I was just like, damn, like, me personally, I thank God that I'm out of that phase of watching what other people have and saying, dang, I wish I had it like them. Like, I'm so grateful for my life and the item boxes that I have. And I'm just so focused on trying to figure out how can I utilize these boxes, these opportunities, even the bad stuff, even the not so good moments. Like, how can I use that as fuel to better my future? Like, if I learned a lesson today, how can I apply the knowledge learned from the lesson to advance me in the future? Whether it's, me slowing down on the type of purchases that I'm making. Like, let's just say I spent money on a product and I'm like, damn, I should have just maybe held on to that money, So the lesson learned today is like, don't spend every dollar, treat money with respect and just take it into consideration that, you don't have to let money leave your hand every time. You could actually invest it or save it or hold on to it for a little longer. Not hold it in a sense of saying like, I can't spend this, but hold it in a sense of saying like, you know what, this item, this item that I'm about to purchase, I don't need it, But when we're thinking about our item boxes and our opportunities that we have, if we really take time to sit down and think about all of the opportunities, the good and the bad things that are going on in our day to day, we could really, again, if we place focus on it and not focus on what other people are doing and what they have, we could really make something of our lives. And then we'll realize like, damn, I guess it's not that bad. And you see it in movies all the time, right? Like people switch lives and then they realize like, wow, my life wasn't so bad after all, because you tend to not realize that, whatever you're seeing, whatever opportunities that these other people are having, it's probably for those moments, but you don't know what's the situation for their whole entire life. Like, you don't know their deep rooted feelings, their mindsets. You don't know. So be thankful and grateful for the things that you have, and pay less focus onto what other people have. You got to water yourself anyway. If you're looking at watering other people and you're not watering yourself, then you're just gonna dry out. So yeah, I'll just leave it at that. But I was just thinking about the Mario game, like, wow, like, yeah, we really look at other people's item boxes, but focus on what item boxes do you have in your life? You know, think about it. What opportunities were you provided that maybe, you gotta work on, like, really expanding or cultivating on. Like, why don't you, take that same time and focus on yourself and think about the blessings that you have in your life and expanding on that, you know? It's okay. It's human nature. Like, we're gonna want more for ourselves, and sometimes you might want what other people have, but truthfully, you don't really want what they have. You think you want what they have. You think you want what they have. You don't know exactly what they have, because in order to have what they have, you have to have their exact personality, and you don't know the ins and outs of their personality. You only know what they show you. You don't know. You only know what they tell you. So, I don't know. Just think about that. Maybe that message was for somebody, but it just randomly crossed my mind. So anyhow, let's focus on our own item boxes and be grateful for them. Ciao.